What's happening?
What's up?
What's up?
Okay, let us see who is logging on where.
Nobody lagging in,
Everybody
fam.
share the streamies.
Yeah,
Let me put
share
that
the stream.
message. Nietzsche. Ooh, we have
Okay, if you-
comments. Grohan. What is up, my man?
Okay, if my camera goes dark, it's just needing restarting because the battery is dead,
Just like my soul.
just like your soul.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It's 2 minutes past 6, and welcome to the Pioneer DJ India page where we are doing a gear talk after like more than 2 months. Is it?
Yep.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, we haven't done a gear talk because there's only as much gear that you can talk about. So that means the reason why we are here is because we have more gear,
To talk about.
to talk about. And these are the antics basically you use on, yay, Tuhin's battery is
So
dead.
it's
I mean, camera's
gone.
battery is dead.
What a wonderful. See, I'm so dark right now. I'm in the
Yeah,
dark.
arey yaar, I want to read this message, okay? Hashtag प्यार underscore में underscore धोखा खाए underscore निराश underscore प्रेमी प्रेमिका एक बार जरूर आजमाएं लव प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन। या वाह यार, आजकल तो स्पैम आने शुरू हो गए यार। पंडित MK मिश्रा जी को, शास्त्री जी को कॉल करो, उन्होंने नंबर डाला है।
All right.
Please call Pandit MK Shastri, okay? Because a lot of you might
Holler
have
at
had
him.
प्यार में धोखा. Love problem solution he has, huh? Wow, black magic specialist. Tuhin, he can fix your black magic, the one that you're using. Oh my God, Rohit, how are you, man? Jess, is it Jess Garrix? Hey, Garth, how are you, man? Sri Harsha, welcome. I'll put all of your messages here. But let's start with Panditji, okay?
Panditji.
So we need this.
Yo.
Okay,
That's
so
epic shit.
I'm really going to spam later because I think we've gotten off at a very great start. Rohit, how are you, my man? Long time no see at all. Like we couldn't meet in reality, and we couldn't
Real
even
life.
meet on the live streams because we did very few of them. Hope you're doing good. Divyansh,
What is cross
you're a
DJ anyway,
newbie.
bro?
Yeah,
There's no such thing, bro. It's okay. I mean, we all are newbies. We're all learning
Oh no, cross
continuously.
DJ. Is that an app? Is
Yep.
cross DJ an app or something?
Oh,
Yes. It's an app.
I don't
But it's a newbie jockey.
No, it's a very old app.
Okay, so quick introductions, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Nishank, and I'm the corporate guy, so I am supposed to behave. And today, welcome. Today we have a lot of very famous DJs with us. Let us start with the superstar Skip. Skip, we all know about. We have amply discussed that he's been DJing for the past 18 years. Eh? Huh?
More than
I
that,
got it
actually.
right this time.
He's the under beneath you.
He's under the beneath me. Okay, I have to hold the Pioneer DJ logo over him. Okay, and on this bottom corner of your right is Mr. Tuhin of the Meta. He's Meta Tuhin. Beautiful cap today, very nice.
Yes. Because, hair is a
Beautiful
mess.
phone, beautiful T-shirt, beautiful curtain, beautiful DJing. Very nice, very nice. Good to see you again. And that is a very beautiful forced laugh. And we have super special guest with us, the superstar of Sunburn. Look who's here, Mr. Shiva Manvi. Oh my God.
Shiva,
Say
that
hello.
reminds me, your jacket is still with me.
Oh yeah, dude. It's been almost a year. That's crazy.
Nice. What jacket are we talking about? Let's do some wear talk before we do the gear talk.
Oh, like you know how hoodies go missing after every show.
Oh, were you dating each other?
No. Oh, Tuhin.
Tuhin is shy. Of course you were.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me just
Hey,
switch my
Narzari, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, bro. This is an interesting first name. GWHWM. Okay, anywho, here we are. All the messages are here.
Wow.
So, let's talk about which gear got launched first in the sequence since we had the last talk. Who knows which gear was launched first recently? There were three products which were launched, right? So first one was launched
cannot
in the
complete
month of
one.
September. Second one was launched in the month of October. Third one was launched in the month of November, very recently. So the first one was
CDJ 3000.
CDJ 3000.
Yeah, we got Rohan saying CDJ
perfect,
3000.
Rohan. You win a lot of love and affection. The second gear was actually second and third. They are similar. So second and a half. Let's call it that. Arjun V10 came out in December or January last year. January in 2020. Sorry.
Eh?
No,
Oh,
Divyansh.
correct.
V10 came out in January. CDJ 300.
That
I
want
came
that.
like a long time back.
Yeah, we'd love to see the return of 300. Yeah, we know, Divyansh, that you said meant 3000. It's always fun to,
Make fun.
have
Put
everybody.
links.
Yeah. So, अरे why don't you hit the like and share button? यार नीचे इतना बड़ा scroll चल रहा है, guys. Like थोड़ा सा support, please. Like,
share,
do I have to
subscribe.
act like a YouTuber? Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please hit like, subscribe, and share, and whatnot.
The bell icon.
And
With the bell
bell,
icon.
yeah.
Go to YouTube. Oh, actually, this is live on YouTube. as
Wherever
well.
the bell icon is.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, perfect. So, and the second one was we haven't gotten the correct name for the second product. Rohit is close.
Where is Rohit?
Guys, too much silence.
Oh,
Okay.
this is the S11.
Are Tuhin, your turn is over now. It's Skip's turn. Skip.
No, I said
Skippers,
3000. So
Second one is
S11.
the S11.
S11. And
Okay.
S11, you see.
And this week we saw the third kick. Yes, Sriharsha, you're correct. And the third and the most amazing product yet.
It's the first of its line. Best part about that.
First of its kind. Which one is
Sriharsha,
it?
that's FLX6, the DDJ FLX6.
Perfect.
Flex it.
The Flex,
Flex
6.
Flex it.
Oh yeah. Why don't you show it? Tilt your camera.
Flex
So
it,
so
do
what
like
what
that.
is what is it you're hiding?
Let's go. Let's go.
Perfect. So, all of you guys, if you have any question about, or let's talk about, what we'll do is, since we don't have a format usually for such talks, let's start talking about the products in the sequence that they were launched. Like, Tuhin, you've been using it. Skip, you've been using it. Shiva, you are using it, but I know that you haven't been able to spend as much time as Tuhin and Skip have. But thank you so much for taking your time out to join us today, though.
Thank
It's
you so much. I
amazing that
really appreciate it, and I'm so glad and excited to be out here.
and this was literally last minute. It's not even that we had planned this, and yeah. So thank you. Anyway, so coming back to the sequence, let's do one thing. Let's talk about the products in the sequence that they were launched, and meanwhile, if we have, and what we will talk about is what do you feel while using it? What is different that you liked from, let's say, CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 or S9, and where do you see
we should
these
have some
products going?
we should have some background music, like what I feel.
La la
And
la,
you have to
la
sing
la,
it.
la la la.
Yes, so
Yeah.
do we start with the CDJ 3000?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm
So
going to
who's
mute
asking
myself.
questions and I'm answering them?
No, tell me, you how many first? There have been quite a few updates for 3DJ 3000, right?
Yeah.
And
So now we're on version 1.06. So the series is shipped with factory firmware, and there have been some bugs have gotten squashed, some improvements, and it's already at 1.06. And this is all thanks to the new advanced MPU that's in the CDJ 3000 that powers it. Frankly, when I got it, unboxed it, within 10 minutes of using it, I just didn't want to DJ on anything other than the CDJ 3000s. They're that nice. Yeah, so if you guys have specific questions, I can lead about a story other than me just yammering on. Shiva,
I
you have
want to
any
know
questions?
what all formats does it support?
Well, it supports
Nishank, you're
pretty much
muted.
everything. Yeah, Nishank is muted. Yes.
He
Supports every format that the CJ 2000 Nexus 2 did.
yeah.
So let me read it out so I don't make a mistake. There is MP3, AAC, Wave, AIFF, FLAC, and ALAC.
And how many Q points does it support?
It's got hot queues, 8 physical
Yeah.
hot queues. And
So
the
do we
buttons
have
are
the
right
option
below
of do we have the option of like how we had 16 hot queues in
Yeah, the
record box?
pages, you can change page and
Can we
add
please?
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have memories.
we can.
You have the memory. You have 8 hot queues. There are no pages for the hot queues.
Okay. So if a memory would be the moment I press memory, I get 8 new hot queues.
Yeah, if you store it that way. If
Oh,
you
nice.
get 8 memory points, you get those 10 memory points that are there on record box. No, you can
Yeah. Okay.
you can add those and recall those as well.
So a total of 18 hot queues I get.
Yeah,
Sort of.
I don't know, eight hot queues and 10 queue
18.
points, hot queue points.
I think you can
points
use
as
only 16 out of that.
No, you can.
Yeah.
And then the one queue, which a lot of people confuse.
Ah,
This is like a confusion that a lot of people have. The queue button on the CDJ is actually not a hot queue. So that's an extra queue that you have and can be used as a hot
No,
queue.
but that queue is not something that you can set. That queue is based on audio
No, you
level.
can set, bro.
So
The moment
you can set it, but you have to set it into memory. If you just generally set it
Yeah,
in record box,
yeah.
and if you load
Yeah,
that same
set it.
file, it's not going to show up. You have to
Yeah,
always set
so-
it in memory.
So when I'm like doing some routines and stuff, I always do like a scratch and then boom, press it. It's like a
Yeah.
instant.
No, but when you
queue and then
when
I
you
have the 8 queues.
analyze files in record box, like if you drag and drop a file in record box,
It's the yellow one,
there
right?
is an option. Yeah, no, there is an option in the settings of record box saying set first memory queue point as the
Yeah.
queue. So
Yeah.
what it does is that the first first set the queue point as the first memory queue. So the queue point is based on the audio level of the track. So where it detects the first
yeah.
beat, it
The
sort of
second
sets a
it
queue and the
finishes
memory queue.
analyzing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
and
auto
now
queue
when you have the
basically.
memory queue, then it loads up on the CDJ to that point, that particular point. So you could have a track with like silence or whatever, and then not have that queue up. Like you can have an intro and then the beat kicking in later. You can set the memory point to the first beat, and that will load up as queue. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's something that most people overlook, but yeah,
Overlook,
it's been
yeah.
around. It's been around for
Ages.
many years. It's not just on the CJ 3000. It's been there on all the players. But yeah, a lot of people don't know about it.
I had a
Yeah,
question about
Rohan,
this.
we'll
3000.
answer
Is
your
it like
questions
Is
in
there
a
a
bit. Sorry,
in the
I was
in
just
the,
telling Rohan that we are going to come to Flex 6 in a bit.
in
Please go
the
ahead.
in the pitch pitch tempo fader? Is there a click at 0?
Yeah. No, there's no
Huh?
notch. No
No,
notch.
there's no click at 0 basically.
No, you mean a notched at 0, right?
Yeah,
Like
correct.
that little.
There's a click that
No,
happens.
no.
there.
There's no notch. There's no notch.
Oh, nice.
Why do you? So as a DJ, would you like it or you don't like it? Like I'm just saying.
I mean,
would,
it's
for
nice.
me, like cause when I'm doing routines and stuff, I would wanna have that. Cause in turntables
Yeah,
we
it's,
have that boom.
Yeah, it's nice when there is a notch, but I also see the reason why they don't put the notch on it, especially when you're doing smooth transitions from
Yeah,
like plus to
yeah,
minus. When that
yeah.
notch is there, it's sort of like steps.
It jerks out, yeah.
steps in. Yeah. So if
I
you're
feel
doing
that,
like tone play, when you do
yeah.
tone play and stuff, when you come near 0, it kind of notches and then
Notches it.
goes
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
So for tone play, a fader without a notch is
Or maybe
obviously a lot
because
better.
it's completely re-engineered from scratch, they broke it before clubs having them broken.
Yeah, and that was the other problem with the notch because faders used to get damaged anyway. Anytime you brought the fader somewhere near the notch, badly maintained CDJs would start fluctuating.
Yeah,
In
you could
tempo.
never get a fixed BPM on it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
because
Rohan
of
says, but it is very costly.
What is costly? The CDJ.
The
The
3000.
3000s.
It's worth it, man. Like that way, everything inflation.
no, but
I
see,
would
you got
not
to understand that
see.
these
I will not
CDJs are
even call
not
it
meant
worth
for.
it.
The
Exactly.
CDJs are not meant for bedroom DJs, right? I mean, yes, if you can
Exactly.
afford it, sure, but they are a professional product meant for club DJs, festival DJs, sound reinforcement companies, professional studios. If DJing is your bread and butter, and if you're serious about it, and you want to have a pro setup at home, then yes, that's the kind of market that the CDJs apply for. It's not meant for
Exactly.
hobby DJs, to be honest. The hobby DJ market, bedroom market, the XDJ series fits that category a lot better. Like the XDJ 1000 Mark II, that's amazing value for money. It's very close to the
Plus,
club standard in terms of like experience, but pocket wise, it's better for hobby DJs. This CDJ 3000 is just pure, like it's like the Rolls Royce of media players for DJs, professional DJs, in my opinion.
yeah, and it's basically arena quality sound is what we're looking at. And
Yeah,
you
the
don't
sound
want
of
that
these.
in your bedroom.
So you're saying that the sound on the XDJ compared to the CDJ,
different.
there is a difference.
It's
What's the
definitely
difference?
different.
What's the floating point is different, right? Otherwise, both are for
Floating point is different, but specifically even the ADAC converters are different. So
okay.
the 3000 has the highest A to D, D to A converters.
Right.
And just the processing, right? The whole concept of the CJ 3000 is the advanced MPU. It's not built like how the XDJ is built. So it's basically got a microprocessor built into it.
Is it lighter than the CDJ? The 2000? The 3000
I think
is
it's
lighter?
heavier, way heavier.
No, I think it's a little heavier, if I'm not wrong. I don't have the 2000s with me.
How long did it take for you to transition from the 2000 Nexus 2 to the 3000s?
5 minutes max.
30 seconds.
Like I'm thinking on point of a club perspective, where some of these guys have
30
a
seconds,
console
bro.
set up in
Yeah,
place, where now these guys will have
30
to modify
seconds.
their whole console
No,
because
No,
it's
no.
longer.
It's just a little
Oh yeah,
taller.
the space.
Yeah,
Okay?
like
It's a little
the space.
It's a little taller, but quite honestly, you can't
Bro,
have DJ consoles that are like 1 foot long.
let me be
or 1 foot
honest.
wide,
The
you know?
space were always smaller than it should be.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
most of the places, the
I mean,
space was
Shiva,
like
I get your
always.
point.
Do you know?
The
I
the
get
the
I
DJ
like the
booths that
fact-
are going to suffer are the ones that are curved.
Yeah,
Oh, those were always you were suffering
they're-
playing curved.
Yeah.
cut with that. But I somehow,
Yeah.
for example, the S11 also is a taller design. The 2000, the V10
I
also
mean,
is a taller mixer. If you look at it, so
Yeah.
I like the
no
whole.
V10 is. I mean, there's nothing to compare the V10 because it's 6 channels, right?
No,
Like,
as in
you can't
I'm
can't
talking about
squish.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
but
the
you
whole-
can't squish.
So what Skip is
six
saying?
channels.
Skip
Yeah.
means something else. Skip, एक बार complete करो अपना point.
मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि I like the fact that we have taller units because there is more space. Like for example, with the S11, because of this whole height, we get bigger pads. We get and
Yeah.
I think one really smart thing that they have done in the S11 is the faders are a little smaller, if I'm not wrong. As compared, because as a battle DJ, I don't really need that long of a fader, and I need like
Oh, you talk about the length of the
fader.
Yeah, the length of the fader.
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean, see, for example, on the V10, you have 4-band EQ, you have the compressor knob, you have 6 channels, right? You have the send effects, you
Where
have the
will you
filter
put all
knob.
that?
So I mean, if you kept the height the same as the DJM 900, it's going to be so compressed, like you'll need to be like a midget with like really tiny fingers like Trump to play with it. And I don't think we fit in that category.
Wait. Did I miss that?
That was a good one, right? Even Nishank didn't pick up on it.
Is huge.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
huge.
on the CJ 3000 specifically, like, look, it's got a 9-inch 720p display. It's 150% brighter than the CJ 2000 Nexus 2, which means like when you're doing festivals, open air events.
Yeah, the problem of
you're still
keeping your
going to be
hand
able
in
to
front
read.
of the display. Yeah,
You know,
it's
Bro,
I
just
the
like,
screen
really,
is
I
super
really
bright.
wish. I
No,
really
this
wish
screen
they
is
had
super
the,
bright. Like normally, even in a dark club, I would still keep the CJ 2000 on 4 or 5 brightness, the screen brightness, right?
yeah,
With
yeah.
this, I'm actually at home. I'm keeping it between 1 and 2 because the screen is that bright. Yeah.
That's
So like
crazy.
in
You
daylight,
can
you
take
can
it out
definitely
daylight.
see.
I really wish that we had the daylight mode. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get it.
How?
Yeah,
No,
I
if you
think
if
they
you have
have a
the if you have the day no the daylight mode works when you just have white and black as
Yeah.
a color scheme.
Oh
right?
yeah, correct,
But
correct.
if you have a multicolor waveform, how are you going to do that in daylight mode?
Bro, it's just inversion. So I feel that
Yeah,
what
if you
happens
but
in
you
daylight
have to
is just
remember
invert the colors.
you have to remember you have to remember completely inverted colors, which
Yeah.
most people can't get. And then somebody like Goose, who's colorblind, is going to
Oh
struggle
yeah,
so
yeah,
badly
correct, yeah.
with that, right?
Or,
Anybody who's
or you
colorblind
could,
is going to have
you
an
could
issue.
use the waveform which you used to get earlier, that same blue thing.
Yeah, but then there's so much
Yes.
information that's not available
that's
in the blue waveform, right? Like in
true.
the multicolor waveform, you can tell
So, Tuhin,
Impact
you
points,
prefer
base,
do you
yeah.
prefer the multicolor waveform or do you prefer the new
the three color
newer
one.
three color?
Oh, yeah.
Which is
I
which one do you-
prefer I prefer the I prefer the multicolor one because for me it shows a lot more information.
Is it because you've been using? I've seen you use that for a really long time. It's come from the CD.
No, I mean I've been using the multicolor for a very long time simply because this is what I tell everybody. Like if you see the waveform on that, the redder the track, the harder the track is, right? Like that's the harder the kick drum, the harder the bass lines
Yeah.
are. Your orange colors are like mostly the percussive sound spectrum. Okay, you have then you have the greens and the blues, which are melodies and vocals, right? And you have the yellows, which are also the percussive portion. You have purple, which are like the strong synth lines. So it's very easy to like look at it. Like if I had to choose between 5 mixes of the same track, right? And I know that the mix that I want to play has percussion in the breakdown, I can just scroll and say, okay, this one has an orange breakdown. This is the mix I need to play, right? But with the 3 color waveform, it's nice for a lot of people, but for me that doesn't work because I'd still have to load each track to figure out which mix it was, because it just shows me orange, white, and blue for high, mid, and low. It's kind of cool, like it's nice, it looks slick, but for me it doesn't work. For a lot of people, like for Goose, your mic is
Skip your mute.
Sorry.
For Goose is using the 3 color waveform because he's colorblind and he struggles with the multicolor waveform, right? So
Do you think changing these waveforms affect the processing speed of the
nothing,
CDJ?
bro. It's like real time. Hold on, let
Strong
me just
enough,
switch the cam. Let me just load up a track and keep it ready for you. 1 sec.
So for example, I like the fact of the whole.
Wait, I'm
all
just going to
the
switch
waveforms.
cameras. Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just switching cameras.
Yeah. So, but I still go with the blue waveform.
Right,
Because
okay,
I don't know,
so-
because I'm used to it.
Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Okay, so like this is the multicolor waveform. Okay, now to switch,
let me
all I
just-
do is there.
Oh, it's
That's it.
right. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this in one of the.
It's right
Yeah.
there. Wait, let me just do it again. Right, shortcut, RGB.
RGB.
Ooh.
so
Somehow
like if
I
I
find
wanted
this
to
very
jump-
cool. Show
That's
the blue.
how quick it is. And then you have the
Saucy.
blue.
Yeah, but this is so confusing. Like the 3
For
band
me,
is
this
so
what- this is
confusing.
for me. I use blue only
No, I mean-
because for me,
Like-
it's so for me it's more of visibility of hot cues.
I think you need to get used to the 3-band
Yeah.
one, now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a question of getting used to it, and it has a specific use, right? Like if you're colorblind, then it's definitely something that you're going to want to use.
But I like the fact that they have not discontinued the blue and then kept the red. So this is one good factor is that we have all 3 options. For example, I like
Yeah.
blue because of my own whatever reasons.
Preference.
So
Yeah.
I still have the blue, and the best part is like in the S11 also, it's
Yeah.
I see
We got
blue.
ghosts out here.
Yes, colorblind is come.
Colorblind is here.
Yeah, but you know the cool thing, like Shiva, I'm not joking. Like when I got the units and I plugged
Goosh,
it in,
share karo na
it
video, please.
literally took me 30 seconds to come
Switch.
to terms with what was going on. You
That's
know?
crazy.
Yeah, because the main functionality, like if you say in terms of the button, the layout is very similar to the 2000 Nexus 2. Yeah, there are some things that have been removed and some things that have been added. Like there is a new beat jump button.
It's
There is
basically
a
been
4-beat and
repositioned in a way.
yeah, repositioned, and like if you look at it, I'll talk about the hot cues while I'm talking. I'll switch cameras. So like if you look at the hot cues also, it's been designed in such a way that the buttons are right below the waveform. So like
It's easier to just switch.
yeah, it's completely easier to if I want to like add the waveforms, everything is right there, and you can look at the waveform just above each
You know,
button.
I wanna add
Right?
one point to this.
Whereas on you know other manufacturers, they have it on the bottom of the unit, and there's a sort of like disconnect between where
Yeah.
your hands go to press the buttons, and then again you have to lift your head to look at the screen as to where the waveform is. So that's a bit of
But
a
oh my god, it's so expensive. You should have all the sampler effects on these
So
buttons.
Arey bro, we are professionals, huh? We are not toy makers.
But but other players also have
So,
two
I
tracks
wanna-
playing in them
I
at the
wanna-
same time. Why do you have just one track playing and it's so expensive? It should be called an XDJ, not a CDJ.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
want to
get
add
to
to a point, add a point to the Q point layout, because I personally have had a lot of issues doing finger drumming with a vertical layout.
Sideways, the vertical
This-
layout.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
way easier because you can do like so if I'm doing a kick and a snare, I have to do
Tell you like this.
Multi.
yeah. So I can do. Fingers are like this, man. If you look at it, the fingers are like this. They are not like this.
Oh, you had to do it
Right.
this.
Yeah. So this
गिटार
is
गिटार तो ऐसे
actually-
बजाते हैं, bro.
There's
Guitar तो
actually
ऐसे
a video
बजाते हैं.
of somebody using CJ 2000 Nexus 2, and they've kept them like this way, so they have
Oh, yeah,
access to
They're finger
cue points
drumming
like
on
this.
that.
And that guy was finger drumming on two CDJs, like 4 cue points on one, 4 on the other, but he put the upside down and brought the hot cues next to each other, and they were performing that way. So
yeah.
yeah,
This makes more
with
sense.
this it's just like really straightforward.
It would be fun
And
to
also now you have
suggest
these customizable beat jump buttons. Like
Oh,
earlier
yeah.
You had to press beat jump on the screen, and
You
you can
know
only move
what will
either
be
one
really,
beat, or
really
you have
cool?
to actually go into the beat jump page and then beat jump, which was
So
it was a tough thing to do.
Shit, I
But
got a
now you
killer
can actually
idea.
customize each.
I think
beat
you
jump.
and I have the same idea, Skip.
So what will be really dope is if we can have a custom pad mode for the CDJ. First 4 are hot cues, the rest 4 are beat jumps. You know, that way, dude, it'll be
Oh, yeah.
insane. So
Like
you know,
you
but
because
I-
lot of
customize
these-
it like a
feeling-
MIDI.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at some point, like if enough
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
request it, and
but it'll be
it's-
sick.
it-
Yeah, imagine
something
because
that
a lot
could
of
be-
DJs don't use more than 4, and the rest
Yeah,
4
I
can
mean,
be like.
a lot of DJs didn't use more than 4 because there were only 4 buttons earlier.
Yeah,
There were 3.
I understand that.
Right?
I used
But-
to use more than 4 actually.
But like if
you were
if you
correct.
actually if you actually use hot cues like properly, 4 is very easy because you have
Yes.
your first kick, you have your first your bridge, your breakdown, and your the first kick after. There itself is your 4 cues are gone. So
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are the most basic. Okay, and then you can even do like
Whatever
hot
loops,
cues
outros, and all that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
outro hot cue loops. So 4 is easy, but I have a feeling that at some point the XP2 is going to be compatible with this. So you
Oh,
can
then it's
use
gonna be
maybe
insane.
those pads.
Yeah.
Yo,
That
too
is my
much.
hope. That is my hope. Yeah, that's
Look at that flex.
that one. Yeah, yeah. So if we can, I mean, if we can get the XP2 to be compatible with the 3000, then you have that much more accessibility, on one page. But for me, just having that customizable button for beat jumps is amazing. You can
Yeah.
customize it on the shortcut page, and
But
you
that's
can
on
change
screen,
it on the
right,
fly.
bro? That's on screen.
No, it's a physical button. Let me show you.
Oh,
So here we go. That's a physical button.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a physical button, and if the way you change it is you go into shortcuts, and then you have here. So you can
So one
Sign is,
question
value-
a lot of DJs had, which I would like you to just clarify the knob that does the release and the touch break basically. So if
Yeah,
you can
so
just show that setting
so
from the
that
screen.
like okay.
Now
so if
there's
you
only
see
one
here,
knob.
there's just only one knob. But if you look what it says vinyl speed adjust touch slash
and
break.
break. Both.
So
yeah.
the way you adjust it is you go into your menu. Let me get out of shortcut. Go into menu and you go into.
I love the screen, man.
Yes.
So
it's
much
like
fun, man.
Yeah, so you go into the vinyl speed adjust, and
Yeah.
if you see there's touch release, touch or release. So
Oh,
you can
pick.
yeah, you can set the
So,
knob to either of these three.
My question is, let's say I want the release to be at, I want the release to be to be 0. So basically release at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and then the break, which is the start, that to be at the stop at say 11 o'clock. Is that possible to have two different settings?
I think you'll have to go into it and save it, and then change the settings one by one for each.
But you can do that individual setting, and it gets saved as a screenshot.
Yeah.
Cool. Right now that knob is doing only one job. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
When it's on break and release mode, so
Hooray.
when you put it at 12
Guys-
o'clock, it just
Guys,
switches.
we have to pause the discussion.
Clement,
Clement,
Oh,
what's
yes.
happening?
showstopper.
Yes, Clement, we missed you.
Hey!
The showstopper is here, so the show has to be stopped.
But
Yes,
yeah,
so
man,
एक काम
I'm really,
करते हैं।
really happy with this.
We've had a few minutes or 20 minutes हो गए speaking about I think
Yeah, I just want to also
CDJ.
show the I quickly just want to show the customization on the browsing. So let me just.
Is there any way I can change the theme from black to some other color? The
No,
background?
bro.
No.
Black is
Purple.
black. Yeah. So like if you go in.
No, do you see
then you can
there is a really cool thing on top. You see that green?
Hey, bro, let me
line on
finish
top?
na.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry. Finish. Nishank, please free to mute
So
me.
Shiva, this is a cool way of searching through things, and you can choose a playlist, and then you can go let's say go into
That's
this.
crazy.
Yeah, so like you can scroll through, okay, and if you're blind, you can even increase the size of the font.
Oh, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, and you can disable the preview. You can even show the info page and anything that's complementing to the key that you're playing shows up in green. So it's very close to the standard that you have on Rekordbox. And if you want to search also, like you can the track filter mode also is there. So if you press and hold this button, then you go into track filter mode, so you can filter according to this. And if you look, it chooses like keys that are sort of like complementing keys. Yeah. So it's not just that one, So it's.
Can you
it's
press
very
on
cool.
one key? I
It's
just want to see something. So if I'm playing a 6B, my compatible keys are 5B, 7B, and 6A.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cannot do like a 8A. Okay. Is there in Rekordbox there are two options in Rekordbox?
And then you can also go to like your tags, and then you have your tags as well. So like I said, the filtering is super powerful now.
I like how you can
and you
disable the preview, because while you're scrolling down by mistake, if you just hit the waveform, it just starts playing.
Bro,
Yeah.
can you go to the
And then
key
you have a
section
dedicated
again,
But
please?
it
search
will
button
only
also,
play
like-
in your headphones,
Headphones,
It won't
yeah.
play in the main thing. But
I just wanna
it's
see-
good enough to confuse you at times. You're correct.
Yeah. No, I want to see
I
the
was
key
saying-
section again, because there is
Huh?
this one option. I want to see the key section again, because there is this option on in Rekordbox where you have two different relative keys. Kind of, is there is the option there in this as well?
So that will show up when you, one second, let me load another track on that.
आशीष अनिरुद्ध शर्मा जी क्या सुनेंगे आप बताइए
Look at the name
फरमाइश
of Tuhin's playlist, man.
COVID-19
Huh?
pioneer DJ India.
That's what
Yeah, that was
Clement also
Clemens said,
commented.
yeah,
No?
yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
yeah. So like for example, yeah,
Yeah,
choose
6A.
another track. 10. Okay. So so this track that I have queued up is 10, and the previous one is 6, and that's on the master
Yeah.
deck, right?
Yeah.
So what if you, there are two things you can do. One is just hit key sync, and it automatically drops it to 5. So what it does is it computes which is the nearest complementing key to the track that you have loaded. Okay. Or what you can do is go into key shift. Okay, and here you see
And manually
your 10,
shift it.
and you see the next step is 5. So if you tap it once, you're at 10A, and then now you're moving closer to 7, 9. So you know where the next keys are. If you hit reset, so you see now it's 10A, right? You have 10A here. If you move it up, you see now it's automatically moved to 5A. So this is the next complementing key. Then you have one more step and you go to 7A. So you don't really need to use your brains to get things in shape.
Tuhin, can you please play Bohemia Kali Dhanali
It's
Club
very-
Mix?
It's very.
Sorry, bro, I'm not a jukebox.
Kali Dinali.
But I want to ask you one very small thing. So from 10A you went to 5A. So, but when we are like playing off record box, when we go from 10A we go to say 11A. Why is it saying 5A? It's moving
Because
to the
5 is also a complementing key, bro. That is
to
advanced
5. Yeah.
key mixing.
Yeah.
When you get into advanced key mixing, that
fifth.
will make sense
Yeah.
to you, because it's
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's the fifth concept.
But this is damn cool. Like you can just see that key chart and you can do
Yeah.
a proper.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do
So
tone
like
play also
I've
like
set it to I've set my key to alphanumeric, but if you can have it in the traditional format as well, and yeah, it'll show you in either. And the cool
Sorry,
thing about the listening,
Ashish, we are not playing any requests. Huh? I
this
was
is not a
kidding.
request show, Baba.
I was in 10. I was in
If
If you
what?
want a
roll up the
request show, please
sevens.
go to YouTube and type it out.
Anywho, enough of spotlight
Yeah.
on
So
Tuhin.
the other thing is, like the when you link the mixer, like the 900 Nexus 2 or the V10, for example, and you have the Q link feature. So then you can actually just press the waveform and listen to the track. You don't necessarily have to load the track to listen to it. And then also the listen ahead function, where you can have a track actually playing to your audience, and you can scroll ahead in the track and see where your mix point is, or where does the
Where you find your outro and mix it.
yeah, where's the bass line going off, and etc. etc.
Can I set hot cues while doing that? No, right?
No. You can set a mix point, okay, which I'll show you how. Give me a second.
Oh, quick
Right,
question
so-
though. This is just you can answer it later. The auto mix feature that is there in the playlist cruise mode, is it there on 5 as well? There was a query that came long time back, but I just wanted to confirm.
Auto mix?
There is a feature called cruise control sort of thing in record box. Do we have something like that in the CDs as well, where it's like
What is cruise
mixing-
control? I don't know. I don't use
Where-
Recordbox DJ.
So, which is basically you can play like a playlist that'll go on its own, and you can just
No,
set
no.
cue.
No, it doesn't have that. Bro, this is a professional player, bro.
No, I'm just saying because this was there.
So
in the record box
so let's say I have this.
Sorry, Clement.
I have this. Let's say I have this track playing, okay, and I want to listen ahead. I can actually put my head. So if you look here, you can see the green marker, and I say, okay.
Goose
I
says
identify
it's
this-
only in record box 6, not record box 5.
Let's say I identify this beat as my outro point. So once I've identified it, I take my finger off, and you see the green line stays there. Okay, so that becomes sort of like countdown.
You can use it like a marker.
Yeah, so it's a marker. I can do the same thing here and say, okay, I want this beat to coincide with that beat on that deck. So let me just forward on this.
Does it come up on the waveform on top as well?
Yeah, so No, so what happens is that once you reach 100 bars, within 100 bars of that point, you'll see that it starts to do a countdown. And now here you can see the countdown here.
Where?
Oh,
So you see now I have 30.
Can you point your finger to that? Acha, on top left.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So 1 second. So
Easy.
what you would do, all you would do is, yeah, and then
Did it start?
oh.
yeah. So you can
Oh,
sync
so
that way.
if you have this set in place, you will not forget to mix in at the right time. You can just be like, oh yeah, ho jayega.
Exactly.
Easy.
Quick question: when you're doing a loop on the 2000s, say my quantize is off, so keep that situation or condition in mind. I press the 4-bar loop or 8-bar loop, right? And now I reduce the loop size. So the moment I press the loop button to reduce
Then
the
it's
size,
all about your timing.
it's at what time, right? Cool. I wanted to confirm that.
It's all your timing.
So-
Ashish, sorry, I will interrupt these guys. Ashish, I know आप जो कह रहे हैं, it makes sense, but Facebook copyrighted music चलाने पे आजकल pages को ban कर रहा है, तो हम लोग वो risk लेंगे भी नहीं. So yeah, आपको अगर गाने सुनने हैं, then I think YouTube is पे ही जाना
Yeah, this is
चाहिए.
not a
हम
music show. We're discussing technology.
हाँ, sorry, but thank you for joining in anyway. Okay, Tuhin, it's been 41 minutes. Let's talk about something else now. We'll do a detailed session. We'll do a detailed session on all of these soon. So, the next product that was launched was let's put skip and spotlight now. Yes,
Wait,
the
don't put it
DJM
right now.
S11 and S11 SE.
Don't put it right now.
Oh.
I have to take my.
That's me taking my words back. Yes, Ashish. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I can just. This
Oh,
is
yes.
So sleep.
S11. Okay. I don't know if I can.
It's nice. A great success.
Very good mixer. Probably one of the best mixers I've used. Actually, it is one of the best mixers I've used. This mixer is the successor to the S9 and exact same Panda. Screen makes a lot of difference. So yeah.
Vertical
Guys, any
waveforms.
questions? Yeah, vertical waveforms. Let me just show you. I'll just try to power it on and show you. Till then, you guys can ask me whatever you want to ask me about this thing. This is the first mixer by Pioneer, which is Serato and Recordbox compatible. So that's good news. Actually, it's great news. And
I think moving forward, all the products will be like Recordbox and Serato compatible because it just makes things so much more easier.
We can't say that
we cannot say that.
yet. We can't say that.
Yeah. I mean,
Because,
the onus is also on Serato.
Can you make a beat? Yes, Pankaj, we can make a beat. But depends on what we're doing right now. So, tell me, Skip, how long have you spent on this mixer? Any specific feature that makes it stand out?
Feature that makes it stand out is this feature called Smooth Echo. I wanna 1 second. I wanna try to turn it on because yes. 1 second.
Do we get banned for saying the T word here? No, Tuhin ko ka naam lene mein we don't ban people.
Yo, that lights up so well.
So now the best part will come. Pioneer DJ and Recordbox and Serato together. So I feel this is probably one of the best things. And then comes the screen. So what was the question again? Sorry. I forgot the question.
My question was like, what makes it
best feature? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My favorite
your
feature is
favorite feature.
this button. It's called, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's called the smooth echo. So basically, it is an effect which is when you put the switch this on, this fader actually becomes echo out automatically. So basically, I don't have to really use uh,
The
like
effects channel put an echo on that
yeah.
particular.
So I just have to press
Nice.
smooth echo on and take it off. It works flawlessly. You can use it on everything. So basically, anything that mutes your track becomes a smooth echo sort of activator. So that's really dope. And this works on a lot of DJs do not use this particular feature called the silent cue, which I feel is one of the dopest features of record box, right? And it works on that as well. So yeah, man, like I feel that, and then there is this, because this is taken from the S9, the faders. So I just, this I didn't show last time also. So these are effects, and these are like new effects have been added. So if you see flanger, vinyl break, all these are old effects. But when you go to the new ones, there is one shot break.
One
So which is
shot break.
basically, I press this, and it becomes like a usually if a break is like wow, like a drag
Yeah,
stop, right?
that's there in the RMX, right? Where you just
Yeah. So uh, that's what it is. So RMX has it's called the release effects, and these one shot are the release effects. So basically, the moment you press it, it becomes it mutes the channel with that effect. Whereas the other break will not really mute the channel. So that's really cool. And then comes this vinyl break, which is regular break. Now one shot backspin, exactly same thing, right? Uh, Helix, spiral, all these ones which are there. But now check this one out. I want to see ducking echo, bro. This I don't know any other.
Oh,
I don't know if any other mixer has this. So ducking echo, I feel, is made for I don't know, for scratching. It makes a lot of sense. So think of it like this: if there is an audio signal, you will not hear the echo. But the moment the audio signal goes out, you will hear the echo. So it's really
it's like
dope
an
for
inverted.
the stuff. No, so basically
Yeah.
it's ducking the moment, ducking the effect while the master is playing, whatever the channel is
So every
playing.
time the fader is off, you'll hear the echo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So or the channel gets muted,
Muted.
whatever, in whatever way,
देखिए पंकज जी
and then
एंड आशीष जी, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट।
that's okay. Don't
हम लोग अपनी
now.
मातृभाषा में वार्तालाप कर सकते हैं, किंतु हमारे समक्ष कुछ श्रोता ऐसे हैं जो कि दक्षिण भारत से हैं, तो उनको हमारी भाषा का जो है वो ज्ञात नहीं होता हर हर समय। तो इसीलिए हम अंग्रेजी भाषा के माध्यम में वार्तालाप करते हैं, ताकि अपने विचारों का आदान प्रदान जो हो रहा है वो दूसरे व्यक्तियों के समक्ष भी एक मध्यम क्या कहते हैं उस पे यार प्लेटफॉर्म पे हो जाए।
Yo,
सो
I want to
प्लीज
record that speech, dude. It's
so
like an
please don't
intro.
mind if we're talking in English, because a lot of people understand English across India now. So yeah, please
Okay,
go ahead, Skip.
so another feature, kill. So these are all effects which are made for scratch DJs, right? So kill is again straight up mute without any problem. So remember the thing I was talking about, the silent cue. So kill is basically that. So your instant kill, right? And these effects like might not make sense to say Tuhin, because you know you will
Why?
not use kill. I don't know, bro. I don't know how you will use kill anywhere. You know. Uh,
Bro, FX, I use everything.
so then
He needs more.
more
He
than
needs
happy.
3 RMX just for more effects.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly.
the best part is you have all the settings for the effect as well. So for kill, you have how much depth you want to have and the curve. So it really makes the job very easy. Now I want to show you more stuff. So basically, my favorite is actually the fader pitch. So this is taken from the original 909. In this, what happens is I put the thing on top, and the moment I activate the effect, my fader actually becomes a transpose knob. So it actually becomes like a semitone changing from from 0 to minus 12, and I can go to 0 to minus 24, or I can go 0 to plus 12, 0 to plus 24, and in between I can have steps. So a mixer that can do that, you can really go crazy. And after that comes the fader tones, which are, this mixer has a sine tone of its own, this mixer has a square wave of its own, this mixer has a saw wave of its own. So you can really do some mad shit with this. So I can actually, for example, and the best part, which a lot of people have not really explored, is that now this is when I switch to a sound card mode, which is basically my sound card A, which is connected to my laptop, I don't see anything lit up over here, right? So that's because the moment I press this, I will get a C note or whatever note I set on the effect. But the moment I move from sound card to an analog signal, I get this whole keyboard with me, man. Like, you see this, the thing this is like not lit up, these two areas. This is the C sharp, D sharp, E. So I get like the whole keyboard with me. And if I combine this and this, put both of them together, I've got a whole keyboard in front of me. So yeah,
So
man,
that's great for like tone play and stuff.
Yeah, basically your mixer is making the sound, and you can go like really low and bass and
crazy.
stuff like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, there is a USB port. Someone is asking me. So we've got 2 more USB hubs. I've been using that as my mouse ka controller. So this is my mouse. So yeah, man. Like,
Guys, don't fight in the comments. We'll be happy to block if you fight in the comments. Doesn't matter who you are. Please behave. Thank you.
So
चाय आ गई
yeah,
अभी,
man.
ठीक है, आप लोग बात करो, हम चाय पीते हैं.
So basically, yeah, it's a dope mixer, and I don't think anyone will have any questions about this because, yeah, there's nothing to be really. I don't know. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But I feel that definitely one of the best mixers I've ever used. It's actually, I wanna state what.
But they should have
Tuhin said.
brought. See, they should have brought out that mixer in a neon faceplate.
Bro, I was thinking if Pioneer allows me, I'm gonna get a neon faceplate for this. I want to get a neon faceplate. I want to get an orange color thingy that I'm thinking, or maybe maybe I'll do a. So which color do you want? What color would you prefer? For this?
Neon green, bro.
Green. Like the knob, the fade.
Yeah. I mean, I can't make out the color through the video properly, but yeah, neon green.
Similar. That'll be.
But I saw online, everybody's been putting really, really cool faceplates on the mixer.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. But yeah, if I'm allowed to do that, I would definitely put a faceplate on this, man.
यार देखो, ऐसे मत बोलो कि someone gift me that. मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग इतने बड़े आर्टिस्ट बनो कि आप खुद खरीदो यार, सीधी सी बात है. And तभी होगा when you well, of course, yeah, the basically times are not correct to actually make such jokes when nobody is performing, nobody is able to perform rather, or if they are performing, they're not getting paid fully. So yeah, I'm not making fun of that, but I'm just saying that we always wish the best for everybody. मैं गुड़गांव में रहता हूँ, मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, पंकज जयपुर के बहुत पास. कभी आते हैं तो मिलते हैं आपसे. अभी हमारा ट्रैवल बंद हुआ है ऑफिशियली, क्योंकि कोविड सिचुएशन सुधरी नहीं है. सिचुएशन लोग इग्नोर कर रहे हैं. So Karan has a question. What are the improvement on the crossfader over S9?
This is a newer crossfader. This is I'm not dissing the S9, but there was this vertical. So once it's like this. Like I didn't finish my sentence, which was what Tuhin said. The moment I used the 3000s, I realized that you cannot move back to 2000s, right? And it's the exact same scenario over here, because this mixer, the fader cap of the crossfader has a vertical. I don't know how to. What is this movement? It moves like this a bit, just a bit. But this one's way more. Yeah, little bit of play was there. Yeah, but this one is like flawless. So yeah, maybe for me it happened with time. But this is an improved
more robust
crossfader. Yeah, more robust, and Yeah, man, it's super dope.
Sachin, stick around. We're coming to Flex 6 in a
Yeah,
moment. Give us a few minutes. We'll be talking about that. Shiva will be talking about it.
let's
So
start
he's already very excited.
flex. Let's start flex only.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do we have any questions for S11?
Ashish,
See, I
basically,
want
yeah.
an I want an S22 with 4 channels that I can use.
Skip,
Bro will
I
be
have a
coming.
question
so
for the
sick.
S11. Yeah,
You have a question?
yeah. So basically, in these mixers, you use the crossfader a lot, yeah, and
Yeah,
most of the time that's the most used uh, button, if I may say that, or the
cross.
fader
Yeah, it's fader,
basically.
fader. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you want to replace it, do you gotta like I think I saw it somewhere where only it's like a different compartment where you can take out only the
Yes. So
crossfader part and
basically,
replace it like real quick.
yeah. I've done that. I've done a lot. I've done that a lot. I've broken the amount of crossfaders that I've broken. Nishank only knows. So basically, I get a mixer, I break it, and then I get an email, and then I get a new mixer. So basically, that's how what my life is. uh,
विनोद
this
अंजारा जी
this
कैसे हैं आप? आपका क्वेश्चन जो है वो अभी बताते हैं.
so basically
Sorry,
this
Skip.
area. So you can see. I don't know. Is it visible? So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
a
I
different.
saw you can
So,
take out that one particular area.
I don't know if I can. Now you can see there's a difference.
Yeah,
So this can come out easily, and but these
to be
faders
serviced.
can be removed and thingy. Yeah, but you have to. I would highly recommend going to an official Pioneer guy because these faders are not your regular faders. So you have to go to the official Pioneer guys, which are there in your. It will be there in the internet. You'll be able to go to the Pioneer website, and Nishang will be able to help you for all the places. So yeah, do not get at least. Actually, none of the faders should be replaced by a non-Pioneer guy.
True.
Yeah,
Because if
but
you
this
mess
is
it up even a bit, it just gets like like somebody's poured something sticky in the crossfader. That's how it becomes. Like it's just so
so.
weird.
There is this crossfader is made in a certain way where it's kind of it can withstand that as well. So yeah, I'm not telling you to pour stuff on it, but it can withstand stuff like that. It's pretty dope crossfader that way. So the idea is it is a non-contact crossfader. So there is no rail. Initially, we used to have this rail, a line which basically crossfader
Yeah,
used to
it's
take.
like
So, but nowadays there's nothing. There's just magnets on the side, so it's contactless crossfader. So you're just that basically makes it super durable.
it's like
So I hope Nishank heard my request. I need a 4-channel.
22.
yes.
I need that, man. I'm telling you,
I'm
if
gonna
I
mute
can,
you.
if I can get a thin 4-channel mixer, I would be like so much happy. Like,
Imagine it had like two crossfaders.
or
No,
bro,
3, bro.
what I was thinking
One for each
is that
band. High, mid, and low.
I was thinking about this. So if let's do a mod to this, right? If we can have faders and then knobs as channel faders. Obviously, Tuhin will need a EQ, but I'm saying is just as fader channels. If you can have rotatory knobs, small knobs here, and faders, it makes it a 4-channel mixer. So
Or
those
you could
kind
just
of-
have another button where you can just switch.
Oh
like,
yeah, so
from I think we lost Skip.
Yeah, I think Skip's internet is.
Okay.
Somebody take a screenshot.
अच्छा तब तक सबका आंसर करते हैं. विनोद अंजारा जी, इस लॉकडाउन के अंदर ना हमारे मार्केटिंग के बंदे ने जो वेबसाइट डिजाइन करता था उसने जॉब छोड़ दिया है और अभी हमने दूसरा बंदा हायर नहीं कर पाया बिकॉज लॉकडाउन चल रहा है. तो प्रोडक्ट्स आ गए लेकिन हमारी इंडिया वाली वेबसाइट पे अपडेट नहीं हुआ है. सो रियली सॉरी. आई होप यू आर डूइंग गुड. एक सेकेंड यार, व्हाई स्किप इन स्पॉटलाइट? लेट हिम बी. Actually, let's do that. हाँ.
Oh, he disconnected. We lost Skip.
skip हमें छोड़कर चले गए. Okay, so coming to एक काम करते हैं. Which brand do you use? Bro, which brand हम लोग पायनियर डीजे के लिए काम करते हैं. और कोई ब्रांड यूज करते हैं तो पर्सनली अपने लिए यूज करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं करते. बट हाँ, मोस्टली करते हैं. बट एनीवे, रोहन हैज अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस अबाउट फ्लेक्स 6. सो रोहन, एक बार एक काम करो. इट्स टू डिफिकल्ट टू गो ऊपर and find the questions, but your latest one is what I'm going to ask you. Your first question was about the price. So before Shiva starts, I'll tell you that the price has not been decided as yet, so I cannot. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was not the mic was not with me. So the price has not been decided as yet. Give us some time. एक बार launch हो, अभी product launch हुआ है, because you know Corona is worldwide, so even our factories have taken a hit. So while the product has been launched, it is not being produced up to the demand levels. So give us some time, things should normalize and we'll be able to bring it soon. Now let's ask questions. So let us introduce Shiva. Shiva is an amazing DJ based out of Bangalore. And he was the chosen one to have a look at the first FLX6, and one of the first ones in the world, not even in the country. Definitely the first one in the country. मैंने भी नहीं देखा अभी तक. मतलब wow. Jealous.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
way too cool.
Okay, so Skip and Tuhin, please carry on. Sorry, Tuhin and Shiva, please carry on. Skip is calling me. I'm going to take his call.
Sweet. So
So
I
Shiva,
can
some
find Rohan's.
features. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna lower this camera screen so that you can see one deck, and let's go. So it's pretty much shit. This looks inverted. I would
No, it
suggest.
looks fine for me.
Okay, cool. So the most important feature that I think is gonna be huge is this merge effects. You got 4 of it, and you know you can control and assign stuff on Rekordbox, and it's basically okay. Let me just start with. I remember somebody asking, yeah, Rohan, you asked me why is it named as FLX? It's named FLX as an abbreviation of flex, and it's 6 because of Rekordbox 6. So this is like a new series itself, and flex in the sense it's flexible. It's the only controller that I know of in the entire platform which is compatible with Rekordbox as well as Serato. So you don't have to like if you're just starting off and you don't have to decide whether what software can I use for my controller. Then like for example, you buy a Serato based controller and you find yourself more comfortable with Rekordbox. You don't have to switch. You can just get this and you can try it on the go. And it's basically got pretty much everything. And one of the key features. Oh, hi, Skip.
Sorry,
He's
guys.
back.
मैंने स्क्रिप्ट को
But
फोर्स
he's in the
किया है.
dark.
मैंने कहा भाई अभी तो आना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे अंधेरा हो चाहे लाइट जाए, कुछ भी, you have to be here.
He's in
And
dark
it's
mode.
it's got a full size jog wheel like this. I like a couple of days ago I had a Nexus 2 right next to it set up here, and yeah, it's got a full size jog wheel. The knobs and the faders are literally exactly the same size, and it's 4-channel. It's and I just gotta move this a bit.
I love the side of the platter. It's very futuristic.
Yeah, like it's and you know it's not a rubbery kind of feel. It's not a plasticky kind of feel. You can uh, get a hold of the groove in order to like mix better. It's so much smoother. Like when you look at the older CDJs, it was round, right? And sometimes while you're mixing, when over time due to wear and tear, it just starts slipping. But there's no scope for this for sure. Like when you're trying to mix stuff. But like when you come, I don't know if you can. Okay, yeah, I think now you can. This entire section is exactly like your mixer's effects section. You got to control the master here. The boot level is here instead of how it's here for a Nexus 2, and you can select effects like there's 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. Like you can do technically 6 effects out here based on which channel you're doing it on. I think that is really really cool, and it's another feature that I saw was like huge. Like if you're trying turntablism, or you want to scratch, you want to learn how to scratch. There's a jog cutter button out here. Now with the jog cutter, it's like I don't need to do anything. It's exactly on how you have the jog cutter option on turntables. It's just here with a single button. So it's got a bunch of presets that help you learn how to scratch. And yeah, I mean the crossfader is a little smaller compared to like a Magwell fader, but I like
नोट्स पढ़
for
रहा
this
है
product,
शिवा नोट्स पढ़ रहा है
it's
शिवा अपने नोट्स पढ़ रहा है
What is it? What is it?
no
What
no
do you
no.
think is the target market for this?
I would suggest like it's not entirely beginner. It's not like it's anybody can use it for real. Like it is something you can carry to a private gig. You can practice at home. This is basically, even if you're starting off, like I would definitely recommend this to somebody who's starting off, because once he buys it and he gets a hang of it and he gets to perform at a nightclub, there is literally zero difference. You have 4 channels here. You will have 4 channels
Yeah.
in the nightclub, and as you get better with DJing, you don't have to upgrade your controller. Like it's not like you're buying, for example, a 400 and you get like super good at DJing and you're like, yo, I want more. So you got to switch again and
Right.
again. Yeah, this is cool. I see. Is it heavy or lightweight? It is very compact and lightweight. Literally, like I can fit it in the
And the best
frame, so
part,
you
it's
can.
bus powered,
Yeah, it's bus powered. Like you do not need an external
an
power.
external power.
Yeah, how plasticky does it feel, dude? That was one of the first things. Like when I get my hands on a controller, I always found uh, the jog wheel, or certain parts of the controller very plasticky. This does not feel plasticky at all. Like this, the jog is exactly like the CDJ's jog. Like you can see the finish, because like you can see the reflection. So it's exactly like the CDJs, and they're very sensitive. So if you're trying to scratch and stuff, it's really really cool. And yeah, with this entire region, it's not plasticky at all. And I like how it's got these uh, here, this grip out here. So you place it on any surface, it just doesn't slide off like any other controller, which probably would. Uh, I don't think you can learn to scratch with the job cutter mode. It's not necessarily to learn scratching. It's basically you get the idea of it, and you have a bunch of presets on the sample. And when you buy this, you get like 2 vouchers where you get a bunch of like an entire bundle of scratch samples from Serato. Um, a lot of I think Power Effects samples. I'm not quite sure what samples. You get an entire bundle from Box as well.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah,
It's a good starting point, I guess, for DJs.
touch sensitive platters. Yes, they're touch sensitive. The only thing that I feel I didn't see is like a you can't. There's no physical button to switch between CDJ mode and like a vinyl mode. I don't see how you can do that. Yeah, anything else? Okay, let me just keep looking at it. I'll remember.
No,
something.
don't worry. Don't worry. There are a lot of
Oh,
questions.
can you
And
touch
yeah,
upon the
yeah.
merge effects? There was somebody
Don't
who
worry,
asked
that
about the
guy's been
merge
banned.
merge effects.
So, according to me, what I feel the coolest use of merge effects is now when we are all DJing, right? We always, if we want to switch genres, like how Skip would know this the best, where he switches genres or anything, or anybody, you'll need a bridge track. Now, but if you're doing like a drastic drastic change of genre, like say hip hop to new disco, it's that drastic. Now you will not find a perfect bridge track. You will either have to put in an effect and cut it down, or loop it and do some sort of skill. But the merge effect, like you can you can create a breakdown. You can there's like an echo fade out, where if while you're doing it, I wish I could do it right now and demonstrate it to you guys, but then you can't play music via the Facebook Live. The page gets
Yeah.
banned. But yeah, so like if say the merge effects, I'm playing a track on this deck and I hit the merge effect, and you can control the intensity of the merge effect. That's how you see it blink. And when I release this, the effect ends and this track mutes, like it gets over for a couple of seconds. That seconds, like those seconds is when you switch to the next deck. You switch to the next track.
So it's good.
It's
It's like a release
It's a
effect.
good
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
good
release
thing. It's a
effect.
good trick for shifting BPM or shifting grooves, going from
Yeah,
like
like
yeah.
this I would suggest that, like say that it's for somebody who DJs really really fast. If you're switching tracks in and out, you don't have to use your brain and create say a transition or anything of that
Right.
sort. And the cooler part of this is, like, on Rekordbox there's an entire merge effects section where you can basically choose uh, like how you want the effect to start, the release of the effect, the intensity of the effect, the depth of the effect, and what sort of effect you want. There's like an entire list. And
Hmm.
if you really want to go deep into merge effects, I think that is the coolest thing on this controller. You can
It's
spend like
fully
hours on
customizable.
it. Yeah, it's completely
Arjun, can you
customizable.
please ask your question in a better way? Because right now you said is, I wish knob or something else was there instead of channel select button, because I would use it back and forth real quick. Knob. Oh, you mean like a switch, just the way it is in the microphone in the DJMs, like
Sorry,
on
I
off.
didn't.
I think it's a wishful thinking kind of a comment more rather than a question. Guha is
Okay,
asking you how much
who
does
was
it throw you off switching
so
between
basically,
deck one
like,
and three
something
and
cool
four
that
and five.
I figured out in this is there's just one button. Like, you hit this button, it switches to deck three. Now, when
Hmm.
this is your fader one and two, this is three and four. That's how the layout is already set. Now, when I'm playing a track on deck one, I can just hit this and play a song on deck three as well. So ideally, you can do all faders up, playing different songs, and, like, how Tuhin would love to practice and stuff, where I want to do four tracks, take samples out of every track, and you can simultaneously play it. That's
No,
something I
no, no,
just
no.
stumbled
Tuhin will
across.
never do that. Tuhin will take
Why?
four 3 CD 3000s and then do it. Sorry, I have switched my camera off because my bandwidth is very low. So मेरी प्यारी
Okay.
सी शादी.com वाली शक्ल देखो आप. So yeah,
What is this
Skip is
Jerry
back.
talking about? The pre-assigned scratch effects.
I guess it's more of a pre-assigned scratch effect without the use
He's
of the
saying that you can't
crossfader.
Are you talking
learn
about the
using the jog scratch feature on this, jog cutter feature on
The
this.
the jaw cutter. But now, moreover,
what all
apart
can
from
you
the
do with that? I have not seen the
so
feature.
Skip, basically there's a jaw cutter like when the jog cutter is on, it goes back to playing the track from the start. Like what you
Okay.
do on vinyl, like
Yeah.
when you have two tracks lined up, when you just it's touch sensitive and you just touch it, it goes back to the first, like the start point of the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think I understood Jerry's question because it's there in one of the intro videos. You get a lot of scratch samples on this.
Scratch
Like
samples,
one
as in, do you get it on?
ये sampler है ना, like so basically on this sampler you have an entire Serato gives you an entire bundle of different scratch sounds, and
I'll help
like
you out with this.
even
I'll help you out with this answer. Basically,
yeah.
what? Oh shit! Am I being cut off? My
No, you're
No,
good.
bandwidth
you're
is
fine.
playing again. What I was saying is, Jazzy Joe is the one who created this feature for Pioneer
But that's a
DJ
long time
and
back.
Serato.
This came long time
So
back.
to help people, yeah. So and this is the same. It came with SB3, that feature,
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
last
Correct.
year, not long time back. So the thing is,
Before that.
this has been implemented in this unit as well, because while there was a lot of discussion happening that you can't scratch using just a
A
button.
controller.
Scratching is an art, right? Scratching is an art. So this has not been created in mind. It has just been added so that one can learn using their own ears. So yeah, this is not to scratch. Definitely, we are not replacing skip with a button.
It's okay. I do way more than scratching, bro.
Aha. Aha.
The slip
Nice.
mode,
Okay,
yeah,
Rohan.
there is no slip mode on it. Like yeah,
No, but it is. That's slip
one thing.
mode.
Rohan.
Yeah, I think it's a slip mode.
Rohan
Correct.
is very keen about the new M1 chip, bro. All the
It's dude.
companies
No
are
one's
working
right now.
towards.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, basically all the companies are working towards switching to a different architecture altogether. Yes, there will be support in future. Today, no. Simple. Let me not mince my words. As of today, it's not gonna work. We should call it skip mode now.
Yeah, skip
Goose
mode.
is killing it today.
Yeah. No, but can you demonstrate the scratch samples that you get and
No,
maybe show
the
us
stream
the.
will get banned. The
No,
stream
no,
The
scratch
stream will
sample is
get
just
banned.
R sample, yeah. You'll have an R sample, right?
I didn't download the bundle that's come from Serato. Like I didn't use the key that comes in the box.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yeah, 1 second. Let me see if
There'll be just an R sample which will be able to show what it does. I think you do basic transforms and you do a baby front and back, right?
wait. Now this is an entire scratch sample that I found on the internet. Okay, which I already have. Now I don't have to do anything now. I'm just this is the scratch sample as it is. I'm gonna hit the jog cutter and
So it's,
Can you
it's
change
clicking
the-
for you.
Yeah, it's just
I'll-
a chirp.
let me just-
That's called a chirp. It's called a chirp.
yeah, let me
It's a
just
chirp.
change the scratch sample to something else. Okay, yeah. Now this is how you would generally scratch without the jog cutter mode. Like I mean, I'm looking at you guys, so I can't see my waveform. But now if I'm hit the jog cutter and I'm playing something, it just goes back
You
to
have
the
to go to
start
the-
of the sample.
No, you have to make a cue point, and maybe that's how you have to do it.
Yeah, I have to hit a cue point, but
Is
then
it, this is
I
a
would.
Serato feature or a record box feature?
It's both.
It's record box.
The entire it's
Right now you're using
I-
Serato or record box?
It's inbuilt. It's inbuilt.
I'm using record box, but it's on the hardware, so
Okay, okay.
it'll come on both of the platforms.
Ah, nice. Got it.
Any other questions?
What is your favorite feature?
Sandy
on this?
uses both
Apart from
the.
flex effects.
Flex, the merge
Apart
effects. You
from-
mean?
Yeah, apart from the merge effect.
see, like the other time I was when we were discussing about the beat jump, and I wanted to add that I feel that a lot of people are going to focus more on beat jump because it's just like any other controller. It has like uh, 4 pad modes. How do I get this? Okay, it's got 4 pad modes. The first one's the hot queue. अरे
Shiva's
यार ये
getting
उल्टा
irritated. It's okay, it's okay, it's
No, it's
okay.
fine,
It's okay. It's
Be
okay. It's
careful.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so the first one's hot queue, this is the pad effects, and this is the beat jump, and then the sampler. And what's cool is like when when you showed
What are
the mixer
the
that you Hanji.
what are the shift modes underneath? Is there a shift mode to that? Are there?
No, there is a shift mode to it where I once I'm done, like suppose I'm on sampler and I'm done using all of these samples.
Let's go.
If I hit shift on Rekordbox, you'll see another page.
Yeah, correct.
Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another set of 8
Yeah, correct.
pads. So you just hold. This is the shift. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can
You
see.
hold shift and you can switch into the next. Like the pad effects are really cool. When it's got mixer section, like the effector, the FX section is, I would say, obviously when you compare it against a DJM, it's a little limited. But where it's limited on the FX side, the pad effects make do for everything.
Yeah.
Like
Correct.
there's some really cool effects, and I would stick to the point that this is a controller for somebody who wants to switch tracks or genres or mix really fast, like a true performance DJ when you want to become and like switch tracks really fast.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
The merge effects station, the merge effects very similar to RMX station. Yeah, I thought of the same thing, but then when you compare it to the RMX, you're very limited. Like even if you download the software of the RMX and try assigning values into your SD card and then put it into the RMX and all, there's a limit to which you can do it, and you need another software, etc., etc. But when it comes to merge effects, it's on Rekordbox. On Rekordbox, there's an entire panel where you can control everything, the intensity, and like end to end. That's crazy. How's the build quality? Like I said earlier, I initially thought it would be plasticky because that's my assumption of any controller. Like that's like a mindset. But then this, it's very sturdy. It can definitely withstand your corner impacts when you're trying to move it around. Your corner impacts, it can definitely withstand it. Yeah, the build quality is great. And
Nishant,
So
hear
the
this
unit-
properly. इसको दोबारा सुन लो जो उसने बोला है. When the unit comes back to you, please check the corners.
definitely.
Ah. The unit is
Okay.
3.8 kgs.
Can you
And
check this out? Skip, this is exactly like a layout of most of the Serato
SX2,
and you
SX3 controllers.
and you can control the mic level here. Skip, you're on mute.
I'm just saying, are you flexing? This is what flexing is about.
He's
Hey, listen,
flexing.
Baba, I can't lift my mixer and bring it to the camera and all.
So you can control the mic volume out here,
Yeah.
as well as there's like a master mic cutoff.
Yeah.
It's here. It's
Yeah,
here. Yeah, and you've got like it's inverted. Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, this is the master and this is the boot. This is so confusing. It's crazy.
Yeah, so Digvijay, that answers your question. It has
It's-
booth output as well.
Yes, it is extremely well connected.
It's like the mafia.
No, it's like an average Delhi boy like me, well connected. तू जानता नहीं है.
तू जानता नहीं है ये कंट्रोलर क्या कर सकता है.
हाँ ब्रो, मैं नहीं जानता, मैंने नहीं देखा अभी तक.
Just flexing, bro. Don't mind me.
Oh yeah, that's a nice flex. Okay, Rakesh is asking, do we still need to use an external sound card in terms of output?
No,
Not at
I'll
all.
be honest.
this is the
I
sound
think
card.
I'll be honest with you. I think maybe I would like to add to this. Sometimes controllers which are bus powered, their sound output is not that great, right? So I wanted to ask for you, like, would if somebody was to perform in a small sized to medium sized venue using this controller, would you recommend them to plug this directly out from its master? Would you still plug this into a mixer and then use it? Because
I would definitely suggest use either an audio card or a mixer.
Hmm.
Like currently, I'm using a Nexus 2. arey, like I'm using a Nexus 2 out here as my
Okay.
audio card in order to play it out of my studio monitors. But
Okay.
like I still feel that you need it because when you look at it, my master is at 0 decibels. Like
Hmm.
my gain is perfect, but when you get the output, I don't feel it's that powerful. Like when you compare it
Hmm.
Yeah, but
to a
that's the
CDJ.
limitation of bus powered. That's the limitation of bus powered
True.
units. You know,
If
there's
if
only
it
so
Yeah,
much
had
yeah.
an
voltage.
external power source, then definitely it'll be like super
Yeah, yeah,
powerful
but
with the
again,
audio output.
the flexibility of this is, it's easy to
Yeah,
carry. You
so
don't
the
need
reason
power.
why I asked this question was for everybody to keep in mind that if they buy it, just like any other bus powered controller or
Controller.
sound card, they should not expect a great audio quality and then complain,
Yeah,
Just know what you're
Mm.
signing up for. That's the reason
yeah.
why I asked
It's
this
not it's
question.
not meant for professional use. So if you take it to a
True.
club, that's
It's
not
not
the
meant
target
for
market for
a
this.
club. It's
Yeah,
definitely not meant for a club space. But what I really like doing with this right now is uh, prepping for a gig. I can just keep my laptop on my bed and connect only the controller and use my
Mhm.
laptop's speaker as my output. That
I
does
like
the
the
job.
question Rakesh has asked. Nishan, can you
Wait,
ask that?
before that, Amy has asked a question. It's already on the screen. Is that the new model looks very sexy, thank you, and has some features. But the thing is that when a Bollywood DJ plays, how many features will you really use
Feathers.
slash need? I'm
It
sure she
depends on
means
the kind of
features.
DJ
Yeah,
you are, man. Like if you're a DJ who's it totally depends on the kind of a DJ you are. It doesn't matter what genre you play.
correct.
I used to play Bollywood some 12 years or 15 years back. I was doing the exact same tricks. My first scratch sample was
You were playing Bollywood
sound
last week. What are you saying?
when was I playing Bollywood last week? But my first scratch sample was from a record from this movie called Guide, and it had the heroine saying "ah" when someone is pinching her or something. And dude, it depends on how you use it. So doesn't really matter if you're a Bollywood DJ, techno DJ, or whatever DJ you are. It depends how you use the gear. It is not. It's like we are uh, we are craftsmen. We have the same tools, but what comes out is so different. So yeah, tools are the same for everyone. Yeah.
Digvijay, it has master out as well as both monitor connections. Uh, what is the latency when connected to mixer and sound card? That's a cool question. Like I haven't connected it to a sound card as per se and checked it, but I've routed it through the Nexus 2, and I honestly like because this is like an entire studio environment and it's soundproofed. I do not sense any latency out there because yeah, it works. Uh, it works perfectly. I mean, yeah, I have to check it out with the sound card. I cannot guarantee on that though. Uh, Beginners should buy this. Yeah, I mean, it's it's
Hmm.
I think anybody can pick it up. I mean, if you do not have a full fledged gear set up at home and you still want to practice before going to a gig, you should definitely get this.
Rakesh
Mr.
says
Mehta.
Mr. Mehta will definitely add this in his collection. Wait, let me put him in highlight now. Yes,
Tuhin, what do you think
Tuhin.
about this?
I mean, it's cool, but it's not something that I would use.
exactly. Tuhin is not a controllers guy at all,
Yeah, I don't like his
unless
behavior.
it's they are meant for adding effects, etc.
Hmm.
But honestly, like even I wasn't quite fond of controllers all this while because I like this is when you're so used to and comfortable with the CDJI, which is so powerful, and I always felt handicapped sort of when it came to controllers. But this is definitely the first controller that I don't feel uh, handicapped as per se, where
Yeah.
I I can do pretty much everything and even more. Like usually you'll have a RMX setup and blah blah blah, but I have cards out here. Works like I can do
Hmm.
effects, I can do cool stuff, I can create routines, which is so much cooler. Like I said, I can just sit on the bed, create a full routine for a show, and yeah, just copy paste it onto the series. Can we
Can we
change
change
the
the
color?
color of the jog vinyl into white, which is
No,
red?
it's you can't. You can't. Like it's basically uh, okay. I'm not playing anything. It's just now. Initially, I thought this would be a display like how the 3000 would be because it looks very similar, but it's not. And this red starts blinking when you hit the jog cutter mode. So that's the only way you'd realize whether your uh, player is on a jog cutter mode or no. But yeah, you can't change the color as far as what I know. I have not got enough
Hmm.
time on this. Auto shutter. What is auto shutter?
Auto stutter.
Oh, auto stutter. That's the job cutter itself. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
A lot of questions about Flex 6.
No,
Ah,
it's just, yeah, it's just the same question being repeated. I think the person hasn't
yeah,
thought
we
across it.
spoke about the job cutter. What is the
I have
green
many
called?
feathers. I am a goose. But how many feathers will you use, goose?
Yeah, so what you get with this controller is a quick start guide, uh, precautions for use, obviously, and the bundles that I was talking about are the Serato Pitch in Time DJ voucher, the Serato FX pack voucher, and the bus cable. But when I checked online, what the Serato Pitch in Time vouchers and the FX pack vouchers include, I really want to check out the Serato FX pack voucher because these are because of this controller being Rekordbox compatible as well as Serato compatible. These effects I can just import it onto Rekordbox, lay it down. I'm more of a Rekordbox guy than a Serato guy, so I'd find it really really cool. It's got really cool effects bundles.
Where did Skip go?
I think it could be changed by Recordbox softwares. Yes,
What
Recordbox
can we
का
change?
काम लाइटें चेंज करना नहीं है कंट्रोलर के अंदर Recordbox का काम है परफॉर्मेंस करना. But I'm
Oh,
sorry, I was just kidding. But
if
yeah,
after a
basically,
while that you don't use this, it goes into a standby mode, which does like a cool color show. Fun.
yeah, all the controllers do, bro. Anywho, 12.6. I think that's the number of feathers Goose is gonna use. 12.6. Controllers don't have pen drives, CD, SD card option. It hurts, but it's what we make out of the songs we play, I guess. Pro essentially
Like, dude,
controllers. It is in the name itself. They are a controller. They are not
Yeah.
an all-in-one. They're not players.
No,
They're
also,
just there to
and also you got
control.
to understand we have controllers like the XDJ, but the, if you want all of these features in one unit, you got to be ready to pay a big price for it. And is everybody ready to pay the big price? I don't think so. Everybody wants all the features, but nobody's willing to pay the price for it. So you have
True.
to figure out, the balance with the kind of features you want and the kind of price you're willing to pay. So
देखो सीधी सी बात है
it's
सब कुछ एक ही चीज में डाल दिया तो मेरी सैलरी के पैसे नहीं बचेंगे कंपनी के पास, ठीक है? तो वो सारी चीजें महंगी होती हैं ताकि मेरी सैलरी अकोमोडेट हो जाए। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मैं निकल जाऊं तो ठीक है, नहीं निकलूंगा तब भी, मैं बहुत ढीठ हूँ। Goose has a question. Do the pads
Yeah.
control lighting and video too?
No, I think first he said about the VDJ sets. You can definitely use this for a really cool VDJ set where I haven't tried it out yet because I'm just waiting on the new version to come out and I'll subscribe to the VDJ plan. And I really think you can map this entire section, like the pad effects, onto your videos, which will be really, really cool. Oh, okay, this part off. My bad. Oh yeah, that's how it bars on.
It's nice. How
Yes.
easy was to set it up? How difficult was it to set this up?
I had to do absolutely nothing. I just took it out of the box, connected the bus cable, and my record box was open, and it gave me a message saying DDJ FLX6 connected. That's it. You do not have to install any firmware or absolutely nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
Karan, you're right that a lot of people don't know about RBDMX1. I mean, there's no point in promoting this product much. The reason is because even if you invest in this, you will have to invest in lights as well. So
Yeah.
if somebody is going towards that side, I don't know if
And it's also very
uh,
difficult to showcase this online. It needs to be done in person, and which we have done
yeah,
at the Palm Expo before.
and Skip has used it quite a lot of times at most of his gigs at Social when he was doing the cinema gig. So RBDMX one is actually pretty cool. I'll give you a 2 minutes intro for those who are on the stream with us. That it's a controller that basically sends out
And it's
what are the
compatible with the Series
DMX
3000,
signals.
by the way.
Yeah. So it sends out DMX signals to the lights. 512 channels are available in Rekordbox. So when you analyze a track, Rekordbox finds out which are the fast pass, which are the breakdowns, which are the drops, and then configures the lights of the colors of the lights accordingly. And this, in conjunction with Rekordbox and CDA 3000, reads that song information, sends out to the lights according to how you have mapped it. So that's how it is. Rohan, yeah, even if you guess the exact price, I will not be able to say yes till the time the official pricing doesn't come from the management. Um, Unfortunately, the dollar price has gone really high, so don't expect it to be around exact, 40,000 or whatever it is. Let me actually see how much is 60,000. Sorry, 600 US dollars. So 600 US dollars is 44,525. But when any product is launched, you multiply the shipping cost, etc., according to the dollar rates as well. So 45,000 का तो बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. Let me tell you that at least that it will not be 45,000 rupees. It'll definitely be more than that because there are logistics costs, there's customs. I mean, on some products, duties go as high as 40%. So we try really hard to keep the pricing close to the US dollars in India, but then it's not possible always. I mean, if you look at it, where we could, we did. DJM V10, it was priced cheaper than the US price. So, it's not that we are trying to hog your money for profits. We are trying to pass on all the benefits that we can. And whenever we can't, we just can't. So, some products are very expensive than external markets. Some products are pretty much
Cheaper.
cheap or on point. So, any more Flex 6 questions? It's been an hour and 39, almost
40
40 minutes.
minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
चलो भाई, डिनर करते हैं.
Definitely.
Yes.
Let me switch off my video. I think I have.
Can you adjust tension on the jog? No, you cannot. You cannot uh, adjust the tension on the jog. There is no knob. Especially.
Karan, the costing hasn't been communicated to me officially by it. It has been set recently this week itself because a lot of our gear was stuck for over a month in customs. So basically, what's happening is even if well, long story short, the Indian government is interested in knowing in which countries that are non-Chinese, they are making products with Chinese parts in them. So that's why there's a lot of paperwork happening, and our shipments got stuck for a month. Same goes for Flex 6. When it comes, it will be delayed because of mostly that reason. So the S11 has just come in stock. The prices have just been set. I think in a day or two, I'll get to know. You have my number. You can always message me, or I'll message you the price as soon as I get it. Okay. Rakesh, thank you for all the questions.
Yes.
I
Thank you
mean,
so much. Good stuff.
this is amazing to get so many questions, and this is the longest that we've done a session for.
Yeah, man, this has been
I
pretty
think
long.
so. Yeah, gear talk definitely.
Julio, Rohan, Ashish, I know you've been banned from the page, but I will miss you. Uh, Goose, thank you.
Thank you, Goose.
Bharat has just joined in, and we are leaving. Sorry. Ryan, thank you for your question. Thank you, Sayan, everybody, and hope we've
Thanks.
answered your questions. And if we haven't, then please, sorry.
Let
Sorry.
us know.
Awesome. So this is us signing off. Good night. Please take care of yourself. Stay in, stay safe. Do not go out on gigs, even if it is to support your friends and you don't have antibodies, because right now your life is important. You can support them afterwards or virtually at the moment. But yeah, when you don't go, you don't ask for free guest list as well. That's also one kind of a support that should always be there. Never ask for guest list. Much love indeed, and see you soon. Hope that we get more questions, more interactions, more love. See you, everybody. Take care.
See you. Shiva, just stay online.